Hi everyone and welcome to the latest order update video. I hope you're having a very good bank holiday and hope you have a long weekend. And yeah, hopefully you're enjoying the weather as well and less COVID restrictions. Hopefully things are on the up now in the world, which would be lovely. But that's not the reason why you're here, is it really? You're here to hear about GradedGem, the update, PSA closing and all that amazing stuff going on. I am also going to say the first edition podcast speaks a lot. In the first 45 minutes, you get mine, you get Tom's, you get Randolph's viewpoint on PSA closing for 45 minutes, and that will be up in an hour's time at 7 o'clock, which is pretty cool if this gets up at 6. Also, to mention, Grade Fit semi-rigids are now back in stock. We've fulfilled all the orders from last week, and now we're back out there in stock. Whether you want them or not now, I don't know, but they're a very good price. And there's also some new cases, a new case, and it's a really good one, to be fair. And we ordered a lot of them, so you're getting a really good price. I think I've seen similar versions in Europe for a lot more. But anyway, let's talk about the big news, which is PSA closing. There'll be timestamps below, and I've got a lot of notes to the left of me to try and give you as much in-depth information as possible. I know it's been a little bit quiet here. It was a bit hectic at the start of last month, so let's talk about that. Obviously, the first one is going to be PSA has closed, and they've closed for 3 months on different service levels. They're going to have a tiered approach to bringing it back, and we're closed until further notice, effectively. We can't accept submissions in the hope that the prices will be the same, that the service levels will be the same. PSA have done, the right thing. They've got to try and get the capacity sorted, get the production sorted, get us some returns, and also sort out all the orders that are there that need to be input. There's still a lot out there that need to be input from ourselves and from everyone else. So there's a lot going on. The reason why we haven't published the prices, which we did do, we sorted out all the website for launch on April the 1st. The reason why we didn't publish them is because they could be totally different. 3 months is a long time, a really long time, really. And they could be totally different. There's no point giving you information that's not real. What you can do now on the website is if you haven't made your order in the past, we've sorted it all out quite nicely so you can say, oh, this is my service level for this time of year, because the prices went up and down. You had to pay for pre-grades or you didn't at different times when you submitted. So, I am going to caveat that. I'm going to say at the end of the day, they did receive 3 months post in 3 days. So they have closed for 3 months with the submissions, but a lot of that is going to be input in the cards. They're still going to be grading cards as well, and I expect a good chunk of returns. But remember, the scale of this is vast, absolutely massive. They've got so much work to do over there, and I really hope 3 months is enough. But receiving 3 months prior post in 3 days, it's a lot of work, and they haven't even input everything before that. So there's a lot to do over there. I don't envy them. I just don't want to raise expectations too high on PSA because they have got hell of a lot to do. But I do wish them all the best with it. And anything, if PSA rang us and said anything we could do, we would do it. Current times for inputting, so the orders that went out for Feb, you're looking at around 15 weeks currently. That's what it says on their site. 15 weeks went up from 12 weeks. Let's hope that it happens in that. So you must be wondering, what are GradedGem going to do in this time? Are they just going to go on holiday? No. We have got databases to audit, we've got payments to audit, and we've got the order update system to get done and audit. And I'll be speaking about that on a whole section very soon. There's lots of stuff here we can do. We've also got GradeFit and another few side projects. And basically just improving GradedGem. So when we are back, this is going to be a lot leaner machine. That's kind of the thinking and the thought process behind it. And we'll have greater capacity here ourselves to deal with it. At the end of the day, in January and February, we received more cards than we did in October, November last year. And we all remember how hectic that was. Overall, I think we dealt with it better January, February this year. I mean, the cards went out and everything's good. But then there was the price increase and a lot happened. And again, I'll go into more detail. Basically, we are still open. Contacts are still open. You can call the 800 number. You can still email victoria@gradedgem.com. Those are the two best avenues. We will be bringing in capacity to Facebook. We will be bringing in capacity for Instagram. We will be bringing more capacity on emails. That is happening in the next month. So that will be a thing. Hopefully, that's going to be a big improvement for you guys on the customer service. Right. Turnarounds on the next one. So turnarounds and complete through dates. We've seen a lot of this flying in everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, blah, blah, blah. I do just want to explain. Basically, I'm going to use an example. If you submitted in July, you submitted to GradedGem in July, and what those complete through dates mean, and potentially, what date your cards got inputted. And again, that'll all be on the order update system, but, we'll talk about that. July. So you submit to us in July. Even if you could submit it on the 1st of July, you've still got your cards here until the end of July, because the old system was your cards would be kept here while we pre-grade, while we sort the orders out, then we get the input done, and then at the end of July, that's when we start shipping them out. So they're here till at least the first week of August, and then they get to PSA, and then they take around about 3 months back then, maybe a little less, to get input and entered. August, September, so you could be looking at like October inputting date. On top of that, the services are totally different. We run on preferred. So this is why we always said we have preference to PSA, because that's literally what our service was called. It was called preferred 45-day, preferred 20-day, preferred 5-day. Standard, Express, Express Plus. That's what the services, nice and simple, free services we sold to you guys, which were put on PSA. And as you can quite frankly see, none of those are on the complete through dates. And I don't know whether that's an intentional thing by PSA, but that's how it is. And that's how most dealers submitted through those services. Those were the ones that changed in price depending on your dealer tier. Obviously, with the highest dealer tier, so we had the biggest discount, so we could pass that on to you guys. But that's where most people submitted, right? A lot of people submitted with dealers, especially over here in Europe. So that I'm just trying to give you an example that the complete through dates, they're not the same. Our services are not the same at all. And also I'm trying to show you, even though you submit to us in July, the cards didn't get there till later, and they weren't entered into PSA system till even later than that. So PSA would consider that potentially a September and October order. And that's the way it is. There's nothing else I can say. If you submit to PSA and yourself in July, even if you got 2 weeks on us, they're still going to take a very long time to input them. So that's how it is. But I do understand a lot of the frustration. It's not the information. You need the information, and we are working towards that. However, I would like to say we did make a naming convention mistake. We never should have called GradedGem Express Express, because PSA have an Express, and it's a totally different service. If we were charging Express, GradedGem Express, their Express, we'd probably have to charge around £80. So you're paying 20, which is about double, bit more than double the normal standard, and PSA's Express is like 8 times, 7 times. It's a totally different service. Service expectations are different. It's considerably more expensive, and the value is different in it as well. That was our fault, our bad, naming convention bad. However, we still sold you the correct one, related preferred 20-day. The naming convention probably wasn't the best pick, unfortunately. So we were literally, when we reopened, we were just going to call it a value TCG, and regular, we were just going to have the naming conventions of PSA. Can't stuff up then. We're just an extension of PSA that way, and you can submit through us to PSA using those services, and you would know what is what. I think the problem is with those different dealer tiers, maybe it wasn't so clear. It wasn't even clear to us exactly. Like, you can kind of match preferred up to value, but preferred kind of states preferential in my mind. But I think PSA are so busy. It's just all hands on deck there at all times. And that's what it's been for the past 8 months here at GradedGem. Right. Order update system. This will be the next one. Order update system. The reasoning we haven't done a video earlier in the week, and it's a good job we didn't because PSA closed. Good job we didn't. But the order update system, we were trying to get released with this video. What I wasn't going to do is not give you a video this week updating you on certain details. The order update system is it's made. It's completely done. There's auditing of particular bits of information, getting the emails correct, and just getting the first lot sent. And it's just that last step. We will, if we have to, we'll manually do it all next week. I've discussed this with Tom. If that has to happen, that's what we're going to do, because we know it's been a long wait. However, I do want to kind of defend ourselves here. We did say earlier we were going to get this out earlier, but we had no idea of the PSA price change. None. And we're talking 3x the price. So we had to make a decision, a judgment call as a business, as Connor and Tom. And the judgment call was, we honour the old pricing. We had a very time-sensitive window to get the old pricing input into their system and for PSA to accept the old pricing. The alternative, and that means everyone had to be on it, right? We had to get everyone on it. Everyone was doing overtime. We were here for 12, 14 hours, just inputting cards, making the orders, getting them shipped. It was crazy, and that's all we could do. But of course, there's backlash against that. That means customer services. Victoria's been left by herself. The 0800 number has been in my earpiece, but there's only so much I can do. So that's what we had to. We had to have that. The order to say some pushed out of the way, unfortunately, or that every other project pushed out the way. We had to make that judgment call, and we saved those submitters in Feb literally hundreds of thousands of dollars. I hope the January submission videos kind of illustrate how many cards there were, and those are the only ones. Those are only people who said yes to the submission numbers, and about a third of you said no. And again, that was in Feb. Obviously, we didn't do the submission videos in Feb, but there were so many cards, guys. And that was the judgment call we made. And I would back that. I will back that judgment call personally. I think it was good of us to honour the old pricing. The alternative would be we got the order update system that got done, but then half of the people who submitted in Feb, we would have had to have been like, sorry, you need to pay £18 per card. That wasn't a conversation I wanted to have with those people, and the backlash towards that, to the backlash to the order update system, I think if you've got to think, if you were sitting in my position, what decision would you make? Not just think, well, I submitted my cards before, so therefore, of course, I would have gone the order update system. You've got to think larger than that. And in many ways, it was the right decision, because now we can really focus on the order update. We can really focus on processes. We can really focus on databases. I don't want to bore you with too much of the business stuff, but we can really focus on it. And realistically, this transparency I'm giving you is really see through us. And I don't have to do this. I don't have to do the videos. I don't have to explain ourselves. I don't have to explain my decisions. It's good. I think it's the right thing to do. And that's why I'll continue to do it. But I hope you see value in that, is what I'm trying to say. So that's just a little bit of defense of our actions. I think it was the right action to do. And I think once the order update system's out, everyone's going to be a lot happier. I know we will be. It's you know, the communications is a lot at the moment. And it is the order update system. It's that plain and simple. We need to get that sorted, and that is numero one priority. So that's my opinion on it. So you know, you can have a different opinion, and that's fine. But that's my opinion, and that's the opinion I will stick to. Right, what's on to next? Oh yeah, on the order update system, there will be another video dedicated to it next week. Dedicated to it, what to do if you haven't got an email, what the different stages mean. You know, there will be an email with it, but then there'll also be a video accompanying it explaining it all, and that'll be public on the YouTube channel. So we will be launching it next week. Again, even if we have to work it manually, even if we're up till damn 2 a.m. in the morning getting it done, it'll be done. That's number one priority. All right, what else have we got here? Cards that have been shipped to us. PSA have closed. We've been closed since the 19th of Feb. We did ask everyone not to send cards. It's that simple. We were closed, and we haven't been able to process in the post. It's been safely, securely stored. We've got it all. It's all safe. If the tracking number says it got storage base, it's absolutely fine. However, we now need to return those cards realistically. So what will happen is early next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, the guys here, it's a bank holiday, they're having a long weekend, but the guys here will work through that post and send you all an email in regards to the return of your cards, the safe return of your cards. Realistically, there's hundreds of packages here. If there was only a few, I think we'd eat the cost, but we can't eat the cost. This would be thousands of pounds in return postage, and we're already having to put the labour and the time into it for cards that shouldn't have been sent to us. So I do apologise, but the option will be, you know, what service you want to use, and payment will be required for the return of your card. It's a shame. We were expecting PSA to be open, but this has happened, and it is what it is. There's nothing else I can do, and I can't just go and eat 3, 4, 5 grand worth of postage costs for cards we really shouldn't have received. That's that. So yeah, you should be getting a mail Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Hopefully that will solve that one. And really, it's just the end of this video. I just want to say now we have time to focus on projects which are going to benefit GradedGem, benefit our submitters, and do what PSA are doing, benefiting the people who've waited too long for their cards. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. We're going to make GradedGem the best it can be. We're not just going to be sitting here or on holiday. We will be working just as maybe a little bit less hard than we were at the start of last month. We will be working just as hard to improve the service for you, and we should have some time to do that now. All those projects that were there to make the service easier to use, to give you more transparency, we should be able to finish them off and really give you the higher level service you guys deserve, which we haven't been able to deliver for the past 4 or 5 months because of capacity and volume. Frankly, it's volume. It's just volume, overrun with volume, huge volume. And I think we just got to manage that, and we've got to get the service up to a standard where you guys are going to be really happy. So we'll get them all launched before PSA reopens. It has been a challenging 8 months. It's been a thrill of an 8 months as well. Wouldn't want to have done anything else. It's been an amazing time. TCG's got a new spotlight on it. And the news basically did bring a lot of relief for me and Tom. It feels like we've been on a hamster wheel for a long time. But in this time, we're still going to be open, and we hope to see many returns in this time, and we hope we reopen with a stronger service. The order update system will be out next week. If it even means me manually putting in the information that it needs, it will be. And we just hope it's on up from here, and we hope PSA are on the up from here, because I think they made the right decision. Now it's just about giving them that time to feel that benefit and to feel it coming through to you guys as submitters. Hopefully that wasn't too down. I want to be positive. I think the future's still bright. There's still a lot of your cards out there. Looking forward to the returns. And I'm just trying to give a bit more transparency. I wanted to get a video out today. I don't think there's too much more else to say. First edition podcast if you want our viewpoints on it, and Randolph as well. And as I say, grade fits are back in stock. Hopefully you're interested in those. Otherwise, really look forward to what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks for you guys. Order update system and all good. Big update video that, but we'll see you. I'll see you next week doing exactly the same thing. Sorry it was zoomed in more to my face. We changed the camera. It's a bit more 4K. Probably don't like the look of it, but that's fine. If you did find this video useful, please subscribe. Please like. You are welcome to leave a comment down below. Please be critical if you want as well. That's fine. I'll do my best and endeavour to comment back and give you our opinion on it. But yes, that will be it now. I think I need to shut up. So I'll see you next week.